Good morning and welcome to KidNuz. I'm Tori. Today is Friday, April 3rd, 2020. And we begin with a most unlikely flight and a most welcome cargo. The owner of the New England Patriots worked behind the scenes with China to swoop in with their team plane, load up more than 1 million medical-grade face masks, and whisk them back to the U.S. According to the Wall Street Journal, there was plenty of red tape involved. The Patriots plane had to be tweaked for international travel. Its pilots couldn't leave the plane on arrival, and Beijing allowed them only 3 hours on the ground. A Chinese ground crew got the job done with 3 minutes to spare. But not all the masks made it on the plane. The order was for 1.7 million, but only 1.2 million of them could fit. The remaining masks will come in a different shipment. Massachusetts isn't hoarding them. At least 300,000 are headed for hard-hit New York. On a related note, it might be a good time to track down your favorite bandana. The nation's leading doctors are reportedly on the brink of recommending that we all cover our face in public, just to be safe. It doesn't have to be a surgical mask or the in-demand N95 masks brought over by the Patriots, but just something to keep our germs from spreading to others by accident. And they provide an important side benefit. It's harder to touch our face when something is covering it. Even with a mask or bandana, however, the experts say it's still super important that we continue to social distance and stay 6 feet away from others. Assembly required. That's apparently the line that tripped up one of the greatest athletes on the planet. Like the rest of us, Warriors star Steph Curry is homebound, which meant the best shooter in the world had no place to shoot. The answer? An outdoor hoop delivered to his door. The downside? He hadn't banked on having to put it together. As he told the Wall Street Journal, it took him a full 5 hours to make sense of the manual and come out on the other side. Now he says he's like a 12-year-old running around his driveway practicing game shots. The only thing missing is a three-point line, which he's vowing to add this week. And when he's not hooping, he's doing what all parents are doing these days, helping their kids with their online classes. Meteorologists are predicting a humdinger of a hurricane season. A just-released forecast from Colorado State University says the data is pointing to 4 major Atlantic hurricanes with winds topping 111 miles an hour and a higher-than-average number of named storms. The reason? Warming waters in the ocean and the moisture air that causes. The Atlantic hurricane season runs from June 1st to November 30th, though storms sometimes form outside those dates. Overall, the team predicts that 2020 hurricane activity will be about 140% of the average season. The latest event that got bumped to a later date because of COVID-19 is the Democratic National Convention. The every 4-year party is one of the highlights of the election season because it's when all the delegates from all 50 states crowd together to select their nominee for president. It was supposed to take place mid-July in Milwaukee, but is now being pushed back to mid-August. The Republicans' convention is already on the books for late August, and so far there's no indication that they'll be moving it. For anyone who has a relative in an assisted living facility or nursing home, you already know how challenging the current stay-at-home order is. But one Ohio man had an answer that just might get him a Son of the Year award. Charlie Adams is an arborist, meaning he takes care of trees and has a lot of equipment to reach up to the highest branches. So, with an okay from his mom's facility, he drove his cherry picker to the parking lot of her residence, climbed into the bucket, and extended the boom up to her 3rd-floor window. From there, they had a nice chat from a healthy distance. Charlie says he'll be back as often as he can. His mom, Julie, meanwhile, is keeping busy with the newfound fame she got for being on the receiving end of a now viral visit. That's it for KidNuz. Now our KidNuz quiz. How many masks did the Patriots plane bring back from China? 1.2 million. What might be the next recommendation from health experts? That we all wear a bandana or mask when we leave the house. How long did it take Steph Curry to put together an outdoor basketball hoop? 5 frustrating hours. How many major hurricanes are predicted for the Atlantic this coming season? 4, with winds topping 111 miles an hour. In One for the Road, it's a classic case of not reading the room. K-pop star Jae Jun posted on Instagram Wednesday that he was hospitalized with a coronavirus, but he wasn't. It was an April Fool's joke that backfired in a big way. Fans took him to task for the error in judgment. He's since apologized and, according to the New York Times, deleted his account. Before we go, our KidNuz birthday shoutouts today go to Anna in Newton, Massachusetts, Alexa in Chicago, Illinois, Lucas from Litchfield, Connecticut, Josiah in San Leandro, California, Sivad in Morgantown, West Virginia, Theo from Wakefield, Massachusetts, David in Portland, Oregon, Will from Sacramento, California, Madison in Wilmette, Illinois, and Mimi from Cape Town, South Africa. And this weekend we celebrate Kingston in Richmond, Maine, Arno in Tivoli, New York, Lake from Alexandria, Virginia, and Sydney in Golden Valley, Minnesota. And our KidNuz teacher hellos go to Ms. Hakuinda's class at Castro Valley Elementary in Castroville, California, and at the request of Emma, to Miss Akeley's 6th graders at Highcrest Middle School in Wilmette, Illinois. Thanks for listening. Don't forget to take our Week in Review quiz on our website, and we'll see you all back here for more KidNuz Monday morning.